Hi guys, welcome to Short Skirts and Sarcasm. I'm Caroline, and this video is about the 10 books that I would like to read in July. And just a note before we start, I did not get to Luster by Raven Leilani in June like I had hoped, so I will be attempting to read it in July, so technically it's 11 books. Wish me luck. So as usual, this is alphabetical by title, and the first book is Arthur and George by Julian Barnes, and I mentioned this in my 25 high priority books video in my Quarter of a Century Makes a Girl Think series, and I am now getting into it in July. And as boys, George, the son of a Midlands vicar, and Arthur, living in a shabby, genteel Edinburgh, find themselves in a vast and complex world at the heart of the British Empire. Years later, one struggling with his identity in a world hostile to his ancestry, the other creating the world's most famous detective while in love with a woman who was not his wife, their fates become inextricably connected. So my mom gave me this book, and I have been wanting to read it ever since, and I am now actually going to get to it. So I think this is a fictionalization of Arthur Conan Doyle. I think that's who Arthur in this is. So next I want to read Conflict is Not Abuse by Sarah Schulman, and Jess Owen's book club book community read is kicking off with this book, and I love Jess's channel, and basically I want to read whatever Jess is reading. So of course I am going to be a part of this book club. This is a nonfiction book about conflict and scapegoating, and I'm not sure what to expect, but I am looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to Jess's live show at the end of the month. Next, I want to read Dinner Party, A Tragedy by Sarah Gilmartin, another Sarah, and this is a NetGalley e-arc, and it comes out 15th September. To mark the anniversary of the death in the family, Kate meticulously plans a dinner party, from the fancy table setting to the perfect baked Alaska waiting in the freezer. But by the end of the night, old tensions have flared. The guests have gone, and Kate is spinning out of control. Set from the 1990s to the present day, from Carlow to Dublin, the family farmhouse to Trinity College, Dinner Party is a beautifully observed, dark and twisty novel that thrillingly unravels family secrets and tragedy. So this sounds like my kind of book. I am getting supper club vibes from this, and supper, dinner. That might be why I'm thinking this, but I think Supper Club also has dark undertones. I haven't actually read it, but I want to. Next, I want to read Graceling by Kristen Cashore, and Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction is hosting a Graceling along read-along for this series, and I will be taking part. One of my friends also really loves the series, so I've been meaning to get to it for a while, and this is finally the push I need. It's a fantasy series about Casta, who has been able to kill a man with her bare hands since she was 8, as she is a Graceling, one of the rare people in her land born with an extreme skill. As niece of the king, she should be able to live a life of privilege, but graced as she is with killing, she is forced to work as the king's thug. So she's got some adventure and some secrets and some complications, and so I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard really good things, that this is a really good YA series, and I'm hoping that's true. I've got another nonfiction book, Harvey Milk, His Lives and Death by Lillian Faderman, and this book was mentioned on one of my favorite podcasts, Maintenance Phase, on the episode on the so-called Twinkie defense. It was not a real defense, spoiler, that the defense attorney of Dan White, who murdered Harvey Milk, employed at trial. And this is a biography of Harvey Milk, who served on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors in 1977 before his murder. Yet another nonfiction book. I want to read Joe Biden by Evan Osnes? Anyway, this is a book about Joe Biden's life and career, and it doesn't look too long. We like short books. And then next, a book I am not looking forward to at all, and that is Pet Sematary by Stephen King, and this is my feminist book club pick for July, and our theme is cats, and this does have a cat in it. Not a very pleasant one, but it's there. And this is about a normal family who moves to Maine, and then their cat becomes undead and creep ensues. It's supposedly horror. Well, it is horror, but I'm not looking forward to it. Stephen King is an author that I swore I would never read in my anti-TBR tag, which is a video that I will link to in the description box. And I am not excited about this book at all, but I am excited about making fun of it in my book club meeting. A book I am looking forward to, though, I'm very excited, Stiff Upper Lip Jeeves by P.G. Wodehouse, and this is part of the Jeeves or Bertie Wooster series, of which I've read a few and I've really enjoyed them. They're very funny, so very much looking forward to this. And I did also mention this in my 25 high priority print books video. So Bertie Wooster vows that nothing will induce him to return to Totley Towers, lair of former magistrate Sir Watkin Bassett. Apart from Sir Watkin himself, the place is infested with his ghastly daughter Madeline and her admirer, would-be dictator Roderick Spode. But then his old friend Stinker Pinker asks for Bertie's help. There is nothing to do but buckle down and go there. His subsequent adventures involve a black statuette, a Brazilian explorer with a healthy appetite for whiskey and soda, an angry policeman, and all the horrors of a school treat. It takes Jeeves, posing as Chief Inspector Witherspoon of the Yard, to sort out the mess and retrieve his employer from the soup. I am sure I have seen the episodes of the TV show that were based on this book, but I think it's been a while since I've seen those episodes. So it's basically like coming in fresh. Coffee break. Next, I have another NetGalley e-arc, and this comes out 5th of August. It is Triflers Need Not Apply by Camilla Bruce. And I think this is a fiction book, but it is based on the real-life serial killer Belle Gunness, who lured her victims by placing personal ads in the paper containing the phrase, "Triflers need not apply." So that's where the title comes from. And there's also a My Favorite Murder episode about her, and I'll put that in the description box as well. Early in life, Bella Sorensen discovers the world is made only for men. They own everything, jobs, property, wives, but Bella understands what few others do. Where women are concerned, men are weak. A woman unhampered by scruples can take from them what she wants, and so Bella sets out to prove to the world that a woman can be just as ruthless, black-hearted, and single-minded as any man. So, yeah, I'm guessing since she changed the name from Belle Gunness to Bella Sorensen, then this is a fictionalization. And last but not least, True Loaf by L. Austin Johnson. And this is a Book Sirens e-arc. And Goodreads says it came out in 2019, so I'm not sure why this is an e-arc form in 2021. But it looks delightful. It's a short story inspired by Balkan folklore, and we know I love fairy tales and folklore and retellings. So this sounds like my thing. When a strange man puts in a strange request at the bakery where she works, Riley must go on a mini adventure to find one unusual ingredient. Along the way, she realizes that things are not always what they seem. So these are the 10 books, 3 of them print, that I want to read in July. And subscribe to this channel to see if I actually make it this month and read all the things on my list. So you can also follow me on social media. Everything will be in the description box below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.